So the next set of exercises, we're going to look at ground force. So we could label this as increasing your speed, which is going to make you hit the golf ball further, which everybody wants to do. I think it's probably the favourite video and what you get asked the most. So we're going to try and compress the ball at impact a little bit more. We're going to try and increase the rotation by doing this, and in turn it should increase the club speed. If the club speed is increased, the ball speed will increase, and then we will hit the ball further. So this is going to include a lot of lower body work. It is the king of your swing, so your glutes and using your legs. That's what starts the swing off. So the power that is generated when we start is then travels up through our body, through the trunk, through the arms, down into the club, but it starts with our lower body and the ground. So we are going to look at some exercises that are going to help you do this, some that are more sort of explosive and some that are less explosive, and they will all in turn help you with increasing that golf swing and your speed. So first up, we're going to do some knee drives. If you want to make this easier, you can obviously have a slightly lower box. If you want to make it harder, or if you're a little bit taller, you might need a slightly higher box. You're going to place one foot on here, and this is going to really work on, we're going to accelerate as fast as we can, and then we're going to try and decelerate as fast as we can. So we're trying to get this knee up to drive as hard as we can, and then stop. When you stop, I want you to be able to hold your balance before you come back down. Maintain your balance, then come back down. First ones might be a bit shaky, but we'll give it a go. So I use my arms as well. So from here, I'm going to drive up and then hold. Once I've got my balance, I'm going to come back down. So I'm trying to drive that knee up as fast as I can and then stop, come back down. So we're really trying to drive this knee up as fast as we can, but put a lot of pressure down through this foot to be able to do that. So I would do 10 of those on one side and then 10 on the other. And once again, you can make it easier. You could obviously go to something lower to start with and then build your way up. If you find that exercise quite hard to start with, you can just start with just coming up and then stepping up to here and then coming back down. If you find the balance aspect hard, then you could build up to it. Second up, we're going to do a Bulgarian split squat. So you can do these where you lean slightly forward. It would make it more glute dominant. You could make it more upright. It would make it slightly more quad dominant. What we want to do is about here, pop your back foot up, and you can go toe up or toe flat like this. The weight needs to be in this leg, so I shouldn't be pushing all my weight through my back leg. And we're coming, make sure the knee tracks nicely down on the way down. So we're coming down to here, and then I'm pushing up through this heel, coming back up to here. So we're just coming down. You can go just off of the floor and then back up to there. Okay, this is really good for your single leg work as well. In your golf swing, you actually use your legs, they fire at different times. So you are using single legs when you're firing one side and then when you're firing the other side. Also, it helps when we're training to even out imbalances, so both of your legs are working the same, because when I work my right leg and then when I work my left leg, I can't take over with the other leg. So when I squat, for instance, I have to be careful that I don't put too much pressure on my right side. I've squatted on a balance mat before. Even though I don't have a shift in my weight, I actually put slightly more into my right hand side. Obviously, when I'm doing a Bulgarian split squat and I'm on my left hand side, I can't therefore do it. So I'm making my left work as hard as my right. So the single leg aspect of this is really, really good. So I would definitely start to do some single leg work into your exercises if you can. And that could be things like this, or like things like lunges, single leg step ups. If you're more advanced, you could do pistol squats, and they can be really, really beneficial for you. Next up, we're going to do an explosive move. And interestingly enough, they did a study, and some of the guys who hit the ball the furthest on tour, they're the ones who have the highest vertical jump. So it's being able to use that power and explosiveness to translate into your golf swing. So a great example of practicing doing a vertical jump or anything like that would be to do a box jump. From here, you're going to have soft knees. We're going to explode up, land on the box, and then fully extend at the top. So from here, we're going to come up. My whole foot has landed on the box. I fully extend my hips. You can just step down. There's no need to jump down. Reset, so slight bend in the knees, explode up, and then stand up tall. Depending on how you feel, you can start at a lower height. You can then obviously make them higher as you get more advanced as well. So I would definitely put some of these in because that can translate to hitting the ball further. And then last off is a version of a box jump, but we're going to add in some light weights and we're going to do a dumbbell squat jump. So from here, and we're only going to do a quarter squat. We're not going to do a full squat. We're just going to come down to here and then jump as high as you can. So at the bottom, you almost want that section there to be fairly fast. So we control and then down, up. And you're trying to jump literally as high as you can and put all your force driving up. And I would do about 10 of those as well. So there's some exercises here that will help with working on your legs, working on your glutes, working on the ground force, which will then in turn hopefully generate more power at the start of your swing, which will then transfer all the way up through the body, down through the arms, into the club, and then it's going to send that golf ball miles.